Good morning, students. I am your business maths teacher. I hope you are all fine and safe at home. Practice makes the man perfect, especially in maths. If you practice well, you always perfect in your studies and surely score more marks. So practice it. In previous class, we have revised the short answer and very short answer in first chapter and second chapter. Today we are going to revise the 5 marks in first chapters. The first 5 marks, solved by Grammar's rule, x plus y plus z equal to 4, 2x minus y plus 3z equal to 1, 3x plus 2y minus z equal to 1. Okay, so the question is given in equation form. Now we convert this into matrix form by taking the coefficient of the variable x, y, z. In the first equation, the coefficient of x is 1, y also 1, z also 1. Therefore, 1, 1, 1. Second equation, 2x minus y plus 3z. Therefore, 2 minus 1, 3. That is the coefficient of x, y, z respectively. And the third equation, x plus 2y minus z. X plus 2y minus z. That is 1, 2 minus 1 equal to so this is the value of the delta. So delta equal to 1, 1, 2 minus 1, 3, 3, 2 minus 1. Now we finding the value of the delta by expanding the first row. Okay, already you know how to find the value of the delta by expanding the first row by calculating the minor for first row only. Okay, then cross multiply 8, you are getting the value of the delta equal to 13, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, we are finding the value of delta x by way of changing the first column. That is, instead of 1, 2, 3, I am writing the first column as 4, 1, 1. That is, the constant terms in the right side of the equation. X plus y plus z equal to 4. That 4 is taken into consideration. 4, 1 and 1. Then in first equation 4, second equation 1, third equation 1. Therefore, instead of 1, 2, 3 in the first column, I am taking the values 4, 1, 1 as a first column here. Okay. So if you want to find delta x, you change the first column. For delta y, you change the second column, and delta z, change the third column. Okay. Here delta x equal to 4, 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 3, 1, 2 minus 1 after changing the first column as 4, 1, 1. Okay. Now the same method is follows in order to find the value of the delta. So here we get minus 13 as the answer of delta x. The next one, it is written as delta x, you change it as delta y. The first minus 13 is delta x, whereas 39 is the value of the delta y. It is a printing mistake, so change it as delta y. So here I am changing the second column of the determinants as 4, 1, 1 instead of 1 minus 1, 2. That is, in order to find delta y, you have to change the second column. Okay, taking the constant terms. Now the value of the delta y equal to 39. Likewise, you find the value of the delta z by changing the third column as 4, 1, 1 instead of 1, 3 minus 1. That is, so you write 4, 1, 3 here. Then find the values of the determinants. It is 26 here. Okay. Now apply the Grammar's rule. By Grammar's rule, the value of x equal to delta x by delta. The value of delta is 13. Okay. So delta equal to minus 13. Therefore, minus 13 by 13 it gives minus 1. Likewise, in order to find the value of y, delta y by delta. The value of delta y equal to 39 and value of delta equal to 13. If you divide these things, you get 3. Value of y equal to 3 and x equal to minus 1. Then find the value of the delta z applying the same formula, delta z by delta equal to 26 by 13. You are getting 2 as the answer. Here the solution of x, y, z is value of x equal to minus 1 and y equal to 3 and z equal to 2. So this is the way you have to find the value of the variable x, y, z by applying the Grammar's rule. If the questions are given in equation form, you take the variables of x, y, z. Now we are going to see the next sum which is given in word problem. Okay, so first you convert this word problem into equation form. After that you convert the equation into matrix form. So the 3 steps you have to follow in order to solve this problem. So the price of the 3 mathematics books and 2 accountancy book and 1 commerce book is 840. The price of 2 business mathematics book, 1 accountancy book and 1 commerce is 570. Listen here. The first line is set about the first equation. The price of 3 mathematics book means let x be the cost of mathematics book and y be the cost of accountancy book and z be the cost of commerce book. Therefore, 3 business mathematics books means 3x. 2 accountancy books means 2y and 1 commerce book means z equal to 840. So the price of 2 business mathematics books is 2x and 1 accountancy book and 1 commerce book is 570. Therefore 2x plus y plus z equal to 570. The third line states about the third equation. The price of 1 business mathematics book and 1 accountancy book and 2 commerce book, that is x plus y plus 2z equal to 630. Find the cost of each book by using Grammar's rule. So here already I said x be the cost of a business mathematics book and y be the cost of accountancy book. Let z be the cost of commerce books. We are getting the 3 equation. 3x plus 2y plus z equal to 840. 2x plus y plus z equal to 570 and x plus y plus 2z equal to 630. Now convert this equation in matrix form by taking the coefficient of the variable x, y, z respectively. So here the value of the x is 3 and y is 2 and z equal to 1. Therefore the first matrix, first row is 3, 2, 1 and second equation 2, 1, 1, third one 1, 2, 2. Okay. So now find the value of this delta by taking the variable by expanding the first row. We are getting delta equal to 2. Okay. So you write equal to sign in between the matrix and 2. Okay. It is missing here. So delta equal to 2 which is not equal to 0. Now we are finding the value of the delta x by changing the first column as the constant term here is that is right side of the equation. We are having 840, 570 and 630. Take that column, that things in the first column. Okay, change the first column as 840, 570 and 630. There is no change in the second and third column if you are finding the value of the delta x. Now the value of the delta x equal to minus 240. Here also you apply the same method, expand the first row. Okay. Then next find the delta y by changing the second column. Okay. Write the first and third column as it is and changing the second column. I am getting 3, 841, 2, 571 and 1, 630 z equal to the value of delta y equal to minus 306. Okay. Likewise you have to find the value of delta z by changing the third column as 840, 570, 630 instead of 1, 1, 2. Here delta z equal to 3, 2, 840, 2, 1, 570 and 1, 1, 630 which is not which is equal to minus 360. That is the value of the delta z equal to 360. Now find the value of the x applying the Grammar's rule. X equal to delta x by delta. Here the value of the x equal to already we find 240 whereas delta equal to 2. Okay, so 240 divided by minus 2 we are getting 120. So value of the delta equal to 2. The value that is minus 240 divided by minus 2 you are getting 120. As likewise y equal to delta y by delta, but delta y equal to 300. So 300 divided by minus 7. Some printing mistake is here. It is written as 1300. You write as 300. Here also delta y equal to 300, not 306. So 300 divided by minus 2, not minus 7. So 300 divided by minus 2 you are getting 150. Okay. Here z equal to 360 divided by minus 2 we are getting 180. Minus 360 divided by minus 2 equal to 180. Okay. Write this sign. Some mistake is there in this printing mistake. Instead of minus 360 it is written as 360. Likewise 300 it is written as 1300. So change all those things. Okay. So already the delta y value is minus 300 only, not 306. It is 300. Change it. Okay. Therefore the value of the cost of the business mathematics books is 120 and the cost of accountancy book is 150 and the cost of commerce book is 180. Okay, these are the solution for this sum. Okay. Already we revised this sum. Copy those sums. Here some printing mistake is there, correct it. Then the next question. An automobile company uses 3 types of steel, S1, S2 and S3, for providing 3 different types of cars, C1, C2 and C3. Steel requirement for P1 in ton cities for each type of car, and total available steel of all the 3 types are summarized in the following. Listen here, it is types of steel. 3 types of steels are given, S1, S2, S3, and the types of car is C1, C2, C3. Then total steel available is 28, 13 and 14. Okay, here we take this as matrix form, that is 3, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, which is left side of the equation, that is 3x, 2y, 4z. X plus y plus 2z equal to 13. 2x plus 2y plus z equal to 14. Likewise, you convert into equation form. After the conversion, you take it as a matrix form by taking the coefficient of the variable x, y, z. Here the delta equal to 3, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. The value of the delta equal to minus 3, which is not equal to 0. So already you finished 2 sums nearly by applying the Cramer's rule method. So this is also the same method. Apply the same things. Find the value of the delta by changing the delta x by changing the first column, and value of delta y by changing the second column, and value of the delta z by changing the third column. Then apply the formulas. X equal to delta x by delta, you are getting the value of x equal to 2, and the value of y equal to 3, and value of z equal to 4. So the number of cars each type which can be produced are 2, 3, 4. That okay is the solution for this sum. The next problem, solve. Here also solve is nothing but you have to find the value of x and y z by applying the Cramer's rule. So apply the Cramer's rules and find the value of the answer. Here solution is 2 minus 1 0. Okay. Then 13th question, x plus y plus z equal to 6. Same model. Solve means nothing but you have to find the value of the x, y as well as z. Okay. Now we are going to next sum. Okay. In a market survey, the 3 commodities A, B, C were considered. In finding out the index number, some fixed weights were assigned to 3 varieties in each of the commodities. The table below provides the information regarding the consumption of 3 commodities according to the 3 varieties, and also the total weight received by the commodity. Here they said about 3 commodities A, B, C, and variety is 1 and 2, 1, 2 and 3. The total weight also given in the right side of the equation. So write these things as a equation form. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 means x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 11. 2x plus 4y plus 5z equal to 21, and 3x plus 5y plus 4z equal to 27. Okay. Now find the value of the delta by taking the coefficient of the variable x, y, z, that is 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 4. Okay. For this, if you find the value of delta equal to minus 1, then find the delta x, delta y and delta z. Delta x equal to minus 2, delta y equal to minus 3, and delta z equal to minus 1. The value of x equal to delta x by delta, that is minus 2 by minus 1, you are getting the value of x equal to 2, y equal to 3 and z equal to 1. Hence the weight assigned to the varieties are 2, 3, 1 respectively. The next sum, it is given in fraction form. Okay. A total of 8,500 was invested in 3 interest earning accounts. Okay. The interest rates were 2%, 3% and 6%. If the total simple interest for 1 year was 380 and the amount invested at 6% was equal to the sum of the amounts in the other 2 accounts, how much was invested in each question? Read the question line by line. The first line is said that total of 8,500 was invested in 3 interest earning accounts. Therefore here I am taking 3 interest earning accounts, means one account is x and another one is y and the third one is z. Therefore x plus y plus z equal to 8,500. The interest rate were 2%, 3% and 6%. Therefore 2% means 2 times of x divided by 100, plus 3 times of x divided by 100 plus 6 times of x divided by 100 equal to 380. Now the formula to find the interest is I equal to PNR by 100. Here 2 into 1 into 2, that is 2x, 3x, 6x, it is given here. So P into N into R, it is given that for 1 year how much was invested in each account in order to get these values. So it is 1 year, then 2 into 1 into 2 divided by 100, we are getting 2x by 100. So the next question, it is said that the amount invested 6% was equal to the sum of the amounts in the other two accounts. So 6% interest is, so by using this we are finding the equation 2x plus 3y plus 6z equal to 38,000 and x plus y minus z equal to 0. That is, amount invested in 6% was equal to the sum of the amounts in the other two accounts. That is, x plus y equal to z. It means x plus y minus z equal to 0. Okay, that is the third equation. The second equation is the amount interested in 2%, 3% and 6% of the total simple interest for 1 year was rupees 380. That is 2x, 3x plus 6z divided by 100 equal to 380. So by multiplying by 100 we are getting 2x plus 3y plus 6z equal to 38,000. Right here, instead of 3x means it is 3y, 6x means it is 6z. So for all the terms they are writing it as x. Okay, first one 2x by 100, 3y by 100, 6z by 100. So you are getting 3 equation. By changing these 3 equation in matrix form, we are finding the value of the delta equal to minus 2 and delta x equal to minus 500, delta y equal to minus 8,000 and delta z equal to minus 8,500. Then after applying the Grammar's rule, x equal to, the value of the x equal to 250, y equal to 4,000 and z equal to 4,250. Okay. So up to this we see the formulas relating to Grammar's rule. The next is transportation problem. Okay. Consider the matrix of the transition probability of a product available in the market in two brands A and B. Here the two brands are given. So how the matrix transition probability is available for this product? That is a question asked here. A B equal to 0.9, 0.1, 0.3, 0.7. Okay. Determine the market share of each brand in equilibrium position. Okay, if it is equilibrium, we apply the formula AB into transition probability equal to AB, where A plus B equal to 1. Okay, that is A equal to 1 minus B or B equal to 1 minus A. We may take like this. Okay, so therefore 0.9, 0.1, 0.3, 0.7 into AB equal to AB. Therefore A into 0.9, 0.9, then 0.3 into B, 0.3B equal to A, where the value of A equal to, value of B equal to 1 minus A. So in the place of B you substitute the value B equal to 1 minus A. You are getting the equation like this: 0.9A minus 0.3A, that is 1.3 into 1, then 0.3 into minus A. You are getting 0.9A minus 0.3A plus 0.3 equal to A. After that we are finding the value of A by taking A in left side. A equal to 0.3 by 0.4, that is 3 by 4. Value of A equal to 3 by 4 means B equal to 1 minus A, that is 1 minus 3 by 4, we are getting 1 by 4. The value of B equal to 1 by 4. This is the way we have to find the value of the transition probability. Okay. If the question it is given that it is in equilibrium, means we apply the formula AB into transition probability. Transition probability is nothing but 0.9, 0.1, 0.3, 0.7. That matrix is known as transition probability. So AB into that matrix, that is AB is in row column. In transition matrix, in the column is 0.9 and 0.3. You multiply these things, you are getting the equation, and apply the rules B equal to 1 minus A. You find the value of A. Then substitute that A value in order to get the B value as 1 by 4. Okay. So the same things, the same problems is given in another question, but here there are two questions are asked. One is calculate the transition probability matrix as well as the number of students who do more marks English work for the next subsequent two study period. Okay, so here we are applied two matrices. That is, first we find the transition probability, then again you are multiply the same transition probability by AB, we are getting the value. So here 80% of the students who do the maths work during the one study period will do the maths work at the next study period. 30% of the students who do English work during one study period will do the English work at the next study period. That is, here they said that some people are doing maths work and some are doing English work. Okay, so 30% of the students who do maths work, that 80% of the students who do maths work during one study periods means here 80 and 20. So maths and English, the two things are given. Okay, maths we take it as M and English it is E. Okay, then it is said that initially there were 60 students do the maths work and 40 students. Here note the point initially. So first we take these datas as initial datas, that is 60 and 40. For maths it is 60 and English it is 40. Okay. The transition probability matrix, find the transition probability matrix. This is the question here. Then maths it is 0.78 and English it is 0.22. Likewise, for English it is 0.77 and those people who are following the same thing is 0.23. So multiply this max by row, that is row into column. 60 into 0.78 you are getting 46.8 and 40 into 0.77 you are getting 30.8. Likewise, 60 into 0.22 you are getting 13.2 and 40 into 0.23 you get 9.2. The answer is 77.6 and 22.4. Before this, it is given in short form. Before this you have to multiply these 80%, that is, and 30%, 80 20 30 70, then only you are getting this answer. Then next study period, they are asking about next study period, therefore it is in square form. Okay, then the next question, here also we are doing the same thing, that is applying the transition probability matrices. A new transit system has just gone into operation in Chennai. Of those who use transit system this year, 30% will switch over to using metro train next year and 70% will continue to use the transit system of those who use metro train this year. Here listen, a new transit system has just gone into operation in Chennai. Of those who use transit system this year, 30% will switch over to metro. Here they are saying about metro and transit system. Okay, so it is that in metro train it is 70%, means transit system it is 30%. If 30% of metro means transit system, means it is 70% metro. So this is the transition probability. The next line it is said that 70% will continue to use the metro train next year and 30% will switch over to the transit system. Suppose the population of Chennai city remains constant and 60% of the commuter use transit system and 40% of the commuter use metro train system. Here A equal to 60% means 0.6 and B equal to 0.4, it is 40%. So take this as initial data, that is 60-40 into the transition probability 70-30 and 30-70. So if you multiply by row and column, you are getting the value 0.7A plus 0.3B. 0.3A plus 0.7B equal to AB. Now finding the value of A by applying the value of B equal to 1 minus A. So 3.6, that is 1 by 2. The two types of, this is the answer for this question. That is, they are asking about A only. What percent of commuter will using the transit system after 1 year? And second question is, what percent of the commuter will using the transit system in the long run? Long run, this is the answer. Okay, the next question. The next question that is also the same model, that is transition probability matrices. So we finished it 18th one. The next one is 19th, 2 types of soap. So you do it yourself. It is very easy. Already we finished in our revision. So it is clear that they are asking about Grammar's rule and transition probability in 5 marks. Okay, so if you practice these things, you get more marks in your monthly test. Okay, so this is the concept. That is two concepts. One is Grammar's rule, another one is transition probabilities. Here few sums regarding the transition probabilities. You practice these things. This is in exercise 1.3 I think. So do it yourself. Here there are two types of soaps, A and B, are in the market. Their present market shares is 15% for A and 85% for B. Of those who bought A previous year, 65% continued. Here listen, the continue and switch over. From that you are taking the transition probability. 65% means 0.65 and remaining 100 minus 65 means 35% switch over to B. Likewise 55% buy it again. Buy it again means it is B, and 45% switch over to A. A is 0.45. So find their market shares after 1 year at equilibrium. It is they asked after 1 year is, therefore percentage after 1 year is 0.48 and 0.52 by way of applying the formula, equilibrium formula. So AB into T equal to AB. So here the transition probability is 0.65, 35, 0.45, 55 into AB. The value of A equal to 0.45 by 8, 0.5625 and 56.25 percentage, and value of B equal to 43.75 percentage. So equilibrium is reached when A equal to 56.25% and B equal to 43.75%. The transition probability matrix T equal to given after 1 year means you multiply this by 0.15 and 85. Okay, so this is the way you have to find the value of the transition probability after 1 year. Okay, so do all the sums in your note and practice well. Do all the sums 3 times or 4 times. So first understand the question, then you have to do it then only it is easy for you to score marks in your monthly revisions. Practice well, read, revise, remember and record all those things in order to get marks in monthly test. Thank you, students.